A woman does not leave the man who she loves, but she can leave the man she loves. This is the kind of truth that may soften even the hardest heart, so don't skip, my dear child. You're going to learn why some relationships dissipate like smoke and others turn into unquenchable fires. There is something enormous in store for you. This story is secretly yours, so keep watching to the very end. A woman's silence is more powerful than 1,000 excuses. If the man she loves makes her feel invisible, unheard, or unwelcome, she leaves him. Even in solitude, though, she never leaves the man who gives her a sense of security, worth, and selection. The sea of feelings she has never acknowledged is hidden behind her composed exterior. A lady will forgive when she is truly in love. She'll hold off. She'll have faith. But that affection becomes a silent distance once her spirit feels deserted. However, her spirit is inextricably linked to one guy. Since serenity is more prevalent than passion and she is aware that passion fades while peace endures, she can leave a man who plays with her emotions but not the one who keeps her calm. Avoid skipping. Heaven is telling you what's actually going on behind your story, therefore you should listen to this following section. To get blessing 333, type Amen. Someone is thinking about the woman they used to have right now. Realizing too late that pursuing attention is not the goal of love. It has to do with providing security. Her heart continues to beat for the memory that gave her a sense of wholeness, even if that woman seems to be gone. The person who never caused her to question her value. The love of a woman is not simply lost. It conceals itself. It is waiting. It becomes softer. But the man who saw her soul before her beauty will always be remembered. Because of this, she leaves behind anguish rather than love when she departs. And when she remains, it's for the energy that soothes her storms rather than the luxury or the promises. You're safe here. Don't scroll now because the universe is showing you the same truth playing in your own life right now. Type Amen to get blessing 444. My beloved child, someone is missing your energy more than they admit. They're realizing that they lost not just a person but also the peace that followed your presence, the man tells her as he looks into her eyes. She may act strong and laugh in front of others, but her silence tells a story that her lips could never. Deep down, she is still connected to the man who made her feel seen in a world that looked right through her. Don't skip because you're about to hear what heaven wants to tell you next. Every song reminds them of your laughter. Every quiet night echoes your name. Heaven is whispering that a reunion is closer than you think. Type Amen to receive blessings. 555. Sometimes the universe separates two souls just to purify what's meant to be together. A woman can move on in body, but her soul lingers where it felt home. For this reason, the most painful part is not saying goodbye, but pretending she's fine when she's not. The man who truly deserves her will not allow pride to triumph. He will return not because he is lonely but because he has been awakened. Don't skip because heaven is aligning something powerful for you, something that will restore what was broken in silence. When she left, it wasn't rejection, rather, it was redirection. Her absence is her last test to see who fights for her heart without her asking. 666. Archangel Michael states, the angels have seen the sleepless nights, the unsent messages, the unspoken prayers. You see, the love she had wasn't ordinary, it wasn't for attention or validation, rather, it was holy, and sacred things are never lost, they are just delayed. Type A men to get blessing. Even when a person is silent in the material world, their spirit is communicating with you. You might sense it. Don't scroll because the next paragraph has the truth that will pierce your heart, that unexpected warmth, that unseen tug, that whisper that says, "I still care." She stopped loving, but it didn't mean she left. She departed because she received too little and loved too much. However, things are now reversed, and the man who used to take her for granted would now have to pursue her tranquility. This season's power is reversal. The person who wept will at last grin, and the person who disregarded it will now want for another opportunity. In order to set the stage for a holy encounter, heaven is rearranging the energy between you two. To receive blessing 777, type Amen. There's a call that will make all the difference. You will eventually receive a message that has been repeatedly entered, erased, and retyped. That message is crucial, so don't skip it. It comes from someone who used to walk away but is now unable to avoid your energy. They are scared because they know they have wounded someone who never deserved it, not because they don't love you. Your voice haunts their nightmares, and the guilt weighs heavily. Until they make amends with you, every blessing they attempt to get feels blocked. Heaven is saying, forgiveness will unlock your next miracle. Don't rush it. Let your peace be your power. Type Amen to get blessing. 888. Now pay close attention. When a woman chooses peace over presence, she's not being cold, rather, she's protecting the sacred space of her heart. However, the man who once lost her will soon feel that emptiness like a shadow following him everywhere. At that point, divine timing will move, and the same connection that once broke will begin to rebuild from purity. Don't skip because something significant is about to happen for you. He will see her name in unexpected places, hear her laugh in the voices of strangers, and realize that no one can replace the woman who loved him beyond his flaws. 999. A woman can leave the man she loves, but not the man who truly sees her, the one who understands her silences, values her loyalty, and never makes her beg for love. The next few days will bring a sign, an unexpected text, a dream, or a song lyric that seems to be written just for you. Pay attention. Type Amen to receive blessing. The woman's silence and the man's realization are two parts of a single divine story that is unfolding perfectly in time. Archangel Michael says, "The one meant for you is awakening." That's the kind of bond that heaven fiercely protects, and right now, heaven is protecting yours. The separation, the pain, and the confusion are not punishment, but purification. Avoid chasing. Avoid using force. Simply radiate serenity, and divine order will attract what is intended for you. 111. My dear child, don't scroll because what's about to be stated brings the peace and closure you've been yearning for. The narrative didn't end when she left. Type Amen to receive blessings. Every tear she shed became a seed for her strength, every unanswered call taught her the power of letting go, and she left not because she stopped caring. It just entered a divine silence where transformation could begin. Something huge is waiting for you, and this is the moment heaven wants you to see why everything had to happen the way it did. The man she once loved will now learn the language of loss, not as punishment but as awakening, and he will finally realize that the woman he believed would always wait has become the woman heaven now guards. Don't skip. She left because her soul finally realized that she deserves to be loved without pleading for it. The message that follows will reach the deepest recesses of your heart, type Amen to receive blessings. 1212. The universe is alerting you to a change in energy between two hearts that once collided in chaos and are now realigning in peace. This is why you've been feeling a sudden pull lately, a gentle sadness mixed with unexpected memories. The man who once didn't value her presence is now haunted by her absence, realizing that love doesn't always scream but sometimes whispers goodbye. Don't scroll. Heaven is preparing a moment when both hearts will meet again, but not as broken souls. She is no longer waiting at the door. Instead, she is walking through a new one, quietly, gracefully, healed. 1313, Archangel Michael declares, this season is sacred. They will meet this time as mirrors reflecting truth, forgiveness, and growth. Type Amen to receive blessing. It's more than just love. It has to do with awakening. The angels have witnessed your restless nights, your secret prayers, and your times when you pretend nothing is wrong even though you're crying on the inside. However, the wait wasn't in vain. Every holdup was a sign from God. The lady who once sacrificed everything is getting her life back. The man who lost her is being rebuilt. And there will be a miraculous intersection shortly. By calling, not by accident. That encounter will change everything you believe to be finished, so don't skip it. When it occurs, you will be able to identify it. Time will slow, the air will change, and you will experience an odd quiet. That is heaven's affirmation that the narrative was simply halted for mending. To receive a blessing, type Amen. 1414, my dear kid, a lady no longer seeks closure when her spirit evolves through suffering. She turns into it. Her response is her silence. Her development turns into her retaliation. And her serenity becomes her crown. However, devoted hearts are remembered by the cosmos. Through blessings, plenty, and unanticipated love, the same energy she released is now returning in greater quantities. Her frequency is already attracting someone who is prepared to provide what the last individual was unable to. This next section will show you what's manifesting for you, so don't scroll. You're about to embark on a new chapter when love will feel safe once more, energy will be returned, and effort will be matched. The old agony has fulfilled its job. It made room for the entry of heavenly love. To receive a blessing, type Amen. 1515. Avoid skipping. Your breakthrough is too near. The universe is getting ready to give back what was stolen. Your happiness, your radiance, your tranquility. Soon, the woman who left in tears will smile once more, and her grin will be illuminated by all the lessons she has learnt. The individual who has been plagued by guilt will have the opportunity to reconcile with the past rather than repeat it. Heaven never rewinds in a vacuum. Peace will speak louder than passion when this reconnection takes place, so you'll know it's divine. To receive a blessing, type Amen. Archangel Michael advises, let them come when they're ready, not when you're lonely. Because what's meant for you will always return healed. 1616, and now the reality that the cosmos concealed for the time being. He never really let her go. And his energy never really left her. Through storms, teachings, and quiet, they both carried fragments of each other. In their dreams, their souls continued to whisper, waiting for the right moment to repair what words could not. The end did not come with the separation. It was a holy alignment. The woman turned into the light. He turned into the seeker. And the bridge turned out to be heaven. Avoid skipping. This is the reawakening of destiny. There will soon be a sign, a feather, and a name that is repeated 3 times, clears throat. A tune that plays out of nowhere and seems intimate. That indicates that the reunion energy is operating, which is heaven's code. To receive a blessing, type men. 1717. Remember this, my little child. A woman is free to leave the guy she loves, but she will never leave a man whose soul she feels at home. Even if she lets go of his hand, her spirit will continue to pray by whispering his name. Heaven determines who genuinely belongs together in this way. She won't be the same woman who departed the next time she crosses his path. She will reappear as a stronger, softer, and wiser woman. And that will be his chance to truly love her or risk losing her forever. The same divine mirror is currently reflecting in your life, therefore don't skip it. Something you believe to be lost forever is subtly making a comeback. Instead of anguish, it's wrapped in grace this time. To receive a blessing, type Amen. 1818. You see, heartbreaks are not wasted in heaven. Every conclusion is an invisible start. Each farewell serves as a litmus test for your level of faith in divine timing. The blessings come more quickly than you could ever hope for when you give up. The courage of that woman, the regret of that man, and your silence right now are all parts of a precious jigsaw. You'll soon realize how everything was reorganized for your best benefit by the universe. Avoid scrolling right now. This is your assurance that the wait was worthwhile. Respond calmly when the call comes in. Read the message politely when it arrives. Because heaven wants peace to prevail this time. To receive a blessing, type Amen. 1919. It's not only about her or him in this message. It's all about you. It's about the love you give, the loyalty you possess, and the resilience of your weary heart. Heaven is telling you not to diminish your value because they were unable to recognize it at the time. Your patience is a sign of wisdom, not weakness. You were never overlooked, unloved, or rejected. Until someone deserving could meet you at your level, you were just kept concealed. You're entering a season where your love will finally be understood, so don't skip it. Keep your heart soft, your standards high, and your faith unshaken. What's coming will make you thankful for what you lost, says Archangel Michael. Enter Amen to receive the 2020 blessing. This is your last confirmation, so don't scroll. The same almighty hand wrote the man's waking, the woman's stillness, and your healing. Love didn't leave you. Pain was something you outgrow. Heaven is now providing a fresh alignment. One based on honesty, decency, and a strong spiritual bond. It's tranquility, not intensity, that will tell you. You'll eventually realize why each heartbreak was essential when that time arrives. This is your story of divine love, rewritten by grace, guarded by angels, and sealed by faith. Keep this message near to your heart and have faith that the best chapter has just begun. Don't browse right now, my little child. You've arrived at the point where heaven starts to show you the other side of all you've experienced. You see, love never fades. It merely undergoes a shape shift. It transforms into lessons, energy, protection, and perhaps a silent rebirth of destiny. There is something enormous in store for you. Continue until the very end. The woman who left is being helped to find her own heart again. She's not lost. She is changing. She prays for peace every night. The man she once loved is feeling the same throb in his chest somewhere far away. Heaven reunites two souls in this way so they might grow, learn, and return stronger. This isn't only about them, so don't miss it. It's all about you. You are being reminded by the cosmos that your love was never in vain. This time, it's mature, yet it's coming back multiplied. Heavenly and well-balanced. To receive a blessing, type Amen. 2121. Sometimes she left to see whether he would, rather than because she had lost faith. A man's honesty is frequently tested by a woman's quiet. She is not replaced with the proper one. He transforms himself. He replaces her with the incorrect person, only to discover that nobody is a good fit. Spirit. Even though he smiles in public, his heart is hollow. At night, he looks through old photos and wishes he could return to that one time before everything became unreal. This is heaven's whisper, so don't skip it. Justice is always at the top of the karma wheel. Peace will return what was taken in agony. What ended in tears will begin again in peace. Heaven doesn't take anything away. Once it recovers, it multiplies. To receive a blessing, type Amen. 2222. You've carried too much guilt for things that were never yours to carry. Release it now. Heaven saw the effort, the loyalty, the sleepless nights, says Archangel Michael. Someone from your past is having sleepless nights thinking about what they could have done differently. Their lessons are being written through memories of you. Don't skip because that same soul will soon try to find a way back. You gave your all, and that energy has created an invisible shield around you. Now divine favor is intervening. You'll know that heaven rewrote their heart before bringing them back to you when they return, not out of consolation, but out of revelation. Type Amen to receive blessings. 2323. My dear child, every time you chose to remain silent rather than argue and every time you chose to forgive rather than fight, heaven counted it. The next chapter of your life won't require you to chase, beg, or explain because you didn't lose. Instead, it will just flow. You'll soon notice things aligning effortlessly, opportunities that reflect your new vibration, messages from unexpected people, and signs that validate your worth. Don't scroll because you're about to enter your divine return season. Heaven is now writing their reunion as the last lesson of faith and timing. Type Amen to receive blessing. 2400 hours 24. Don't skip because something in the spirit realm just shifted in your favor. The woman who left has become the teacher, and the man who watched her go has become the student. Everything that left is returning in higher form. Someone who doubted your love is now facing the mirror of their own actions, their pride is cracking, and their heart is remembering the comfort your energy once brought. The angels are whispering that an old wound has finally closed. The moment you stopped chasing validation, you stepped into divine alignment, which is why your peace feels different lately. 25:25, Archangel Michael replies, you have been faithful even in silence. They may not yet know how to return, but the cosmos is leading them to humility. When that day arrives, it will be the redemption of the past rather than a replication of it. Type Amen to get blessing. When resentment called your name, you chose kindness. Your blessings will now arrive without warning because of this. Abrupt, heavenly, indisputable. Healing will come as a surprise, just as heartbreak did. Your name is being whispered by someone whose spirit has awoken their conscience. Heaven never permits spirits united by purpose to erase one another, despite their belief that they could forget. Heaven's healing process has already started, so don't skip it. Anticipate a dream, a message, or a sign that seems familiar. You'll be able to tell that this communication was intended for you. To receive a blessing, type Amen. 2626. The woman who departed, my dear child, is now taller and more radiant in her quiet. Now, the man who lost her hopes for another opportunity. Reunion isn't the story's true miracle, though. It's a rebirth. Before they unite, they are both being guided to become whole. This cycle includes both of you. Before giving you what is magnificent, Heaven is making you whole. This following wave of love won't be chaotic, so don't scroll. It will arrive in a state of tranquility, certainty, and perfect timing.